It is on this day, day 190 of hardcore, that we must dig deeper, farther, faster, into the mines to find resources for our adventure. And we continue. Alright, so I did all the trades that I need to do with the villagers, so we've got a nice little stash of some enchanted iron picks going. Unfortunately... Oh, that's a big boy. That's a big chungus tree. Unfortunately, we were not able to get all of the dark oak saplings. The trader that had them had disappeared by the time I was able to get them. But looks like the tree farm's going well. Did some trading, looking good there. Let's get down into the mines. Also, I sat at the iron farm and ran it for a little bit, and I'm still very frustrated that I keep having to go remove 3 blocks, replace them, and then sit there. A slime, my world for a slime. Anywho, let's get going. We do have food, we've got some wood. I've taken to holding a chest in my inventory when I go mining, because I hate having to go mining for like basic stuff like deep slate or cobble. So I've taken to having a chest, so I can just pop down a chest, throw everything in there when my inventory's full, and then go grab it later when I need materials. I'm hoping that this plan is going to work. It is my hope that it is successful, but, you know, we'll find out. Alright, what level are we on? We are here. You are here. So we start here. Now, if you ever see people mining, and you're not used to strip mining, that's what this is called. You know, we try to make this as accessible for us non-hardcore Minecraft nerds. And that means that we're just mining in a straight line. We're trying to get as many blocks visible around us at once, and that is a gap of 2 blocks. Because we were able to see this whole space around us when we were digging this way. Now we can see the space around us when we're digging this way. You can do a 1 by 1, or you can do 1 high. It is possible with trapdoors, but as soon as you dig out a block, you have to go and like re-trapdoor yourself if you get moved, and you're at a greater risk of getting lost or having lava problems. So it's generally just safer to do it this way. Although caving may get you more materials at this point. There we go. We're gonna put things back the way we found them. I should probably put some torches on the ground. Boop. And we're back. We are slowly building up like so much experience from trading. I feel like that's always going to be the case. We're just going to have so much experience because we're trading. But maybe once we start using mending tools more, that will become less of a thing. It's not really a problem. I just expect that I'll use more experience. But it's been a good day. I got some work done. We got stuff written up. We're chilling out, playing Minecraft. I was wondering if I should make, like, I don't know, like a tic-tac-toe monument of, like, every episode that there is or isn't a diamond in it, or that something does or doesn't happen. We could have, like, a little calendar of all the episodes, like, in the world. It would just be, like, a little thing. Like, I want kind of, I don't know, I have just a great need to build monoliths in my world. Like, stone structures that don't mean anything to me. I'm like, yeah, what if we just made a dude and we just had him in the world and there was a bunch of dudes? What if we just had 300 dudes, like, sitting around the world? Seems like it would be a good time, but I'm not necessarily sure that we should do that. I don't know. Well, we could just put some dudes. Maybe it'll be like a comment thing, a new subscriber thing. You know, we get a new subscriber, we put a new dude in the world. We get a little dude, put a sign on him. I'm open to ideas about how we can incorporate everybody who's taken the time to hang out for these videos. You know, I know that they can be long, and I appreciate everybody just chilling and having a good time. It feels like I'm hanging out with my friends. And I was talking to Doc Brennan the other day, a fellow Minecraft content creator, amongst other things. And they were saying that they were watching back one of my videos, and they're like, yeah, man, I was just chilling. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Although I guess it's not no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that beautiful sheen. Oh. Oh, that's a big one. It's a big one. Look at these utes. I am going to do the usual and grab them with Silk Touch because I do not have fortune books yet. So we're gonna grab them with Silk Touch, and then we're just gonna have a day where, you know, maybe I'm having a bad day or something. And we're just gonna have a day where I just crack open like stacks of diamonds. That's the thing. I plan to only like open these. They're like presents. They're like little presents. I plan to only mine these with fortune and use them as I need them. So that's why I like going in with a Silk Touch pick. You get that serotonin boost of just like, I guess kind of gambling on how many diamonds you're gonna have. I don't know. I get to feel rich in Minecraft when not rich in real life. Adult things, bills, eating food, existing. It's rough. But at least we have block game. I don't remember how far back I dug these tunnels, but hopefully I won't get lost. Hopefully not. I think digging to this direction should give me a gap. Yep. Alright. Now we won't get lost. There we go. No? Okay, we have space. We're good. We're good. We're golden. That's another thing I need is golds. Mostly just to make sure that we can get around the nether safely. Because we do still have to tackle a bastion at some point. But I don't know that I'd feel comfortable going in the nether for long periods of time without a fire resist potion. Like, is that too baby? If I'm like, I want fire resist. I need help. I'll get lost and I'll hurt. Maybe that's too wimpy, but I think I'll feel better if I have it. You know, it's like a little juice box. Little juice box. I went through a phase where I was like really, really into juice boxes. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I'd rather just have like a glass. I'm boring now. I just want a glass or a mug. I do really like mugs though. I do spend a lot of time like looking for cool mugs and finding ones that are nice. To the point that like people are like, oh, where are the glasses in your house? And I go, yeah, it's the cabinet over there, but there's like 2 glasses and like 15 mugs. So good luck with that. You will be drinking out of a mug. Them's the rules. But I mean, mugs are nice. They keep your cold drinks cold longer, and they keep your hot drinks hot longer, so they're just good. Although, I was gifted a handmade, I was gonna say something else, hand blown, because I was thinking of glass, but no, I was gifted a hand thrown mug recently. So someone made it on a pottery wheel I think it was like from a semi-local artist, and it's so nice. Most of the mugs that you get like in the store are usually made out of porcelain. I think, yeah, porcelain. But a nice like stoneware clay mug, they stay warm so much longer and are so much nicer to hold than like a porcelain mug. I find with a porcelain mug and like your standard grocery store, your like home goods store, the porcelain mugs, they don't stay hot as long. And when you're trying to hold them, the heat, it goes from being like just cool to the touch on the outside to like scalding hot and unholdable very easily. Like kind of if you like microwave a plate and you pick it up and it's like super freaking hot, that's the situation you end up with. I'm not a big fan of that. Whereas like if you use a clay mug, it's a nicer, more like radiant heat. That's not gonna kill you. Although obviously you can definitely heat the mug up too much. But if you ever want to make a really nice cup of tea, one, have a mug you like. Have a mug that gets to the right temperature. But if you feel like your tea or coffee always gets really cold before you can finish it, I would recommend eating it with a meal and finishing it during the meal because it's like better for your teeth so they don't get hurt. Because those drinks are very acidic and they can damage and stain your teeth and all that stuff. But if you really want a really nice cup of coffee or tea, there's one real easy trick. So we make all of our coffee and tea with just like hot water. We have a little hot water boiler. We use that for a bunch of stuff. We use a French press for our coffee. I'm a bit of a coffee snob. Just like a beverage in general snob. And we use a French press. But you can take that hot water that you've used to make your tea or coffee, or will be using to make your tea or coffee, and you do teapot style, and you fill your mug or whatever containers are going to be in contact with the hot liquid with hot water before you fill it with the actual drink. And what that's going to do is bring the general temperature of whatever you're drinking out of up. And the way temperature works is if you bring that temperature up and you put something else hot in it, it will stay hot for longer, because the temperature always wants to kind of even itself out. I'm not super sciencey, so I'm not great at explaining it, but it always kind of wants to even itself out. So if you're thinking of temperature and you have a cold mug, hot drink, put a hot drink in a cold mug, it's gonna get cold. But if your mug's warm to start with, and has time to really get warm from the water within it, it'll stay warm a little bit longer. They do make electric cup warmers and electric mugs that stay warm, but I have pets that I used mine like 2 or 3 times and I was like, this is a little too dangerous with a pet. I didn't feel safe having that because that felt weird, and then also it got so hot that the wire that it plugs into, like the charger for it, fell on top of it and actually melted a little bit. And I was like, ooh, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to burn myself. So now I just heat up my mug a little bit. Yeah. So we're actually making plans. I think I'm gonna go thrift shopping this weekend, and I may be looking at some mugs because I like mugs, as we've established. And I think we could have more mugs. We honestly need like a mug display case. We need what we need when me and my partner finally get a house is we need a whole room that's like a gaming room, but has built-in bookshelves and cabinets, and some are just going to be for displaying mugs, and some are going to be for board games. We already have 2 cabinets in our house for board games, and we don't have enough space. We've like cleared it out a few times, and we just keep filling it back up, so we gotta clear that out. But I'm going to the thrift store, and we're gonna go look for some... We're safe. We're good. The sound I just made was interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, ooh, redstone. Ooh, look, a shiny. Oh no. How could they possibly do this to me? There we go. And then we'll dig 2 over just to have that out of the way. 1, 2, 3. And this is where the next tunnel will probably end. So we'll come back to this one. I just like to do that so I know how far I'm digging. Iron! Where were you when I needed you? Huh? Huh, Iron? Oh, come back. Come back. There we go. Alright. So we will throw this chest here. And see what I mean? I can just throw all this extra ore in there. Extra material that we're not using. And there we go. It's not perfect. Clearly, there's like more inventory space than I'm using. I don't have a great ratio for that. I actually thought I was going to get through these iron picks a little faster than we did. Because we haven't broken one yet. But, you know, that's the power of an efficiency 2 unbreaking 2 pick. Actually, when I go into my netherite, and I'm doing those like big, long strip mines for netherite, I like to go in with an efficiency pick, an iron pick, like from villager trading, because it's so fast. Like, it's so fast still, and it's not fast enough that you're going to dig so far ahead that you're going to dig yourself into lava. So I like to go with that, and it's a good way. Also, then I'm not, like, burning up the things I would really want, because netherrack is so easy to mine through. Like, it's so soft and luxurious that you're fine. Generally, the time where I would consider using like a diamond or a netherite pickaxe is honestly like down here when I have to deal with this stupid deep slate stuff. I'm still surprised we haven't run into an ancient city, but there's still time. We've got time. How are they? Like, ooh, 9 blocks of diamond. Not bad. What was I saying earlier? Thrift stores. Yeah, so we're doing thrift stores this year. We're only doing secondhand Christmas gifts. It's just a way for us to get a little more creative with Christmas gifts. I think a lot of times we look at these like big ticket items every Christmas and we're like, should we get an espresso machine or what should we get each other? I don't know. And I think it'll just be cute to be able to like look at something and be like, ah, this person would like this, even if it's not like the most practical purchase. Like, we keep saying like, no, we're not allowed to buy more mugs. But if we can do Christmas gifts at a thrift store, oh baby, you know we're getting each other a mug. I'm also gonna look for like a sweater for my partner, and maybe I should stop talking now in case they watch this video. No secrets for you. But I'm gonna be heading out later, and I'm also looking for like a jacket. I find that the men's like winter jackets are nice and comfy, large, and usually like pretty warm. So I'm hoping I can find like an old like bomber jacket or something like that. Something that's like a little leather but also a little padded on the inside. I don't really care if it's real leather or fake leather, but you know, for a nice jacket I'll be willing to spend a little more for it, because honestly a big issue I have with jackets is they're like too hot. I always get these big puffy jackets because I grew up in a place that had snow and cold, and I no longer live in an area that has a lot of that. But I do travel in that area sometimes, so I'm like, I need something in between. So I'm thinking if I get just like a big jacket, it'll be good. We'll be fine, right? Right? I'll see what I find. I might go to like 2 or 3 stores, and then if I don't see anything, I'll just go again another weekend. We got time. We got time before the holidays. It's good. And they're close by, so it's not too bad. But I would highly recommend shopping secondhand. You find some stuff, and it's a good time. Also, like, we've gotten, like, our salt and pepper shakers. We got some really nice ones from the thrift store. It's just, like, there's a nice sweater vest that I like, that I really, really like. And honestly, that sweater vest is probably what got me into knitting, because I'm like, I like this, but I want it in a different color. So I'm gonna see if I can make another one, but that's not gonna be for a little while. I need to make a scarf first. I gotta figure out a scarf. That's the one thing I gotta do. A scarf with some pattern changes in it. But you know, every day that I work on knitting something, and every day that I practice, I get a little bit better at it, and it's nice to be able to see that progress. I'm also getting a new Vtuber model. I was thinking about art. And how, like, it's the same thing with art and creative works or anything that you're practicing, you get a little bit better. And while I need to work on my increased version of my own model, and I'm hoping I'll get some down over the holidays, I'm getting a new one. I was able to commission a friend of mine who was doing a cute little gremlin model. Gremlins. And I'm gonna look so crazy, but it's gonna be so cute, and I love it. I'll have to, like, when it's done, I'll have to share it in one of the episodes, but it's so cute, and I'm very excited for it. Usually I do, like, a full model that I draw and make myself, but those take a very, very long time, so having the luxury of being able to have someone else do it is very, very nice, and I'm so excited. I got to see a little bit in the sketching phase, and it looks so good. I'll also post their commission links in the bio. So a reminder: we gotta get Pocket Leaves, we gotta get Doc, and we gotta get Neo's commissions for little chippy VTuber models in my bio. Oh, but if you do work with her, be nice. Be nice. Just a demand. You better be nice. There's nothing worse than someone that commissions someone else and they do not respect the artist's wishes or needs and do not communicate clearly. So if you are commissioning someone for work, make sure you communicate clearly, respect their guidelines and their terms, because they're the one doing the work for you. And yeah, be nice. That's rules. I always feel bad because I'll have people be like, oh, you do art, and then they'll ask me to do something for them, and I'm like, I don't take commissions. So I end up having to guide them to, like, another artist I know, or to a website where they can find contract artists. It's because I think that's something to take in mind, is like, just because someone can do art and does, and if they do anything in general, like whether it's a service or, you know, knitting, crocheting, creative, anything like that, just because they can do it doesn't mean they're available to do it all the time, even if you're offering them money, or doesn't mean that they're willing to take on someone else's request or do even what you need them to do. I don't know. I feel like that's come up a lot in my life, where they're like, I heard you do this thing. Can you do this thing that's similar but slightly different, or the same thing? And I'm like, I'll think about it. And there was a time where I would take those requests because I'm like, I gotta build up my portfolio, and I gotta have artwork that's super good and impress everybody, or otherwise no one will work with me ever again. And then I finally realized, like, taking commissions is, one, not for me. I don't enjoy it. I do a similar process through my full-time job, but I don't generally enjoy doing independent commissions. I might for, like, rigging. I've considered doing that before, but for illustration I don't enjoy it, and that's my just personal preference on it. I lost my train of thought. Oh no. Does anybody's brain just do that? Where you're, like, in a conversation and it just stops? Hello, brain has ceased functioning. Beep beep, brain has ceased functioning. Backing up, backing up. The mines, they've captivated me. I must dig deeper. I got distracted by diamonds. Well, can you blame me? Yeah. Yeah. Commission work is its own beast. And, oh, that's what I was talking about. Being able to say no to commissions is kind of actually a big growth as an artist. When I was younger, I used to take any commission that would be offered to me because I was like so happy that people would pay for my art and they'd want something. But unfortunately, most of those ended in a very uncomfortable situation with like friends or family or like an acquaintance of an acquaintance. And I was not very happy with that situation. It's a lot of like expectations not really aligning and me not having enough knowledge at the time to set those expectations early on. I've had a couple of successful commissions. I did someone's Final Fantasy character that came out really nice. Although they were like, it's too sexy. I'm like, what do you want me to do? You gave me a thirst trap reference image. But, you know, they give me a Bicote reference image, the Catboys. What are you gonna do? It was a very fun project though, but stressful all the same. So I tend to try and avoid the stress. And I'm proud of myself for like knowing when to say no to stuff and to be upfront about what I need in a project and what my expectations are as an artist and as someone working in arts. So that's what I say. Don't be afraid to communicate. I'd rather look like if someone's gonna think I look like an asshole, I'd rather look like an asshole early on than waste their time and look like an asshole, you know? Like, find out later that I'm not going to be able to meet their requirements or their expectations, and we've wasted like 3 weeks on the project, you know? So I'd rather just say no, and then they're like, aw. Or some people get a little more upset, but say, oh, I'm sorry. Usually I won't say no, like, just because I don't want to. Sometimes it's straight up like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm too busy to do this right now, or I've got other projects in mind that I'd like to work on. But a lot of times I personally believe that working on personal work, any personal projects you're passionate about, whether that's video editing, content creating, art, design, music, anything like that. I feel like if you feel stable and comfortable in your income or your financial situation, and you're able to choose whether to do a commission or not, because not everyone's able to, I totally understand that. But if you're able to choose, and you feel like you have to for your portfolio, know that you don't have to. Having work that someone paid for doesn't mean, like, it helps at a large scale. Like if you're working for an employer or you have like big project commissions where there's a company hiring you. But in the case of like just someone wanting their like OC illustrated, for instance, or they want an independent image, like short contract work, I would rather work on a personal project and take the money cut than work on that contract work. Because my personal work is, one, going to be more fun for myself, be more engaging for myself, more challenging for myself, less stressful, and it's actually probably going to look better in my portfolio. Because I'm going to have more freedom to cater it to what I want my portfolio to look like, versus if you have a portfolio of work that is entirely like different commissions and they're all over the place in style, design, project, you're going to feel kind of left out and people are going to be confused as to what your deal is. Why are they all over the place, you know? Yeah. So be kind to yourself. Know when to say no, and I never hit my timer button to record, so that's okay. We're good. It's okay. I have a timer. OBS has a timer. We're good. And yeah, be kind to yourself. Know when to say no, and if you feel like you can't say no, just try and be as upfront as possible about your concerns. And don't let people guilt you. I find, like, with young artists and creators especially, people will try to guilt someone into being like, oh, but this is your thing. Like, this is your passion. This is what you have to do. Because they try to, like, how should I put it? They try to, like, pump you up and say, like, but this is what you're good at. You should do it, even if it's not exactly what you want. And every time that I have acted on those instincts, I've been severely upset, so don't let people push you into a corner. Remember that you know yourself best. If someone says, oh, I know you'll want to do this, and you feel like you don't have to. You're good. I'm sorry this got very life advicey. I sometimes there are some things that I get really passionate about, and they come up recently and they're just kind of on my mind. And one of the, like, working in arts and communicating with others was something that's been on my mind recently. You know, we gotta let those mind noodles out every once in a while to be free and escape, and hopefully it helps someone. And sometimes it doesn't help anyone. And it's just memes. Sometimes the mind noodles, they're not that great. But that's okay. That's a part of life. That's how we live and we enjoy ourselves. And you can be both insane and wise at the same time. We are our duality of peoples and beings. Oh, that's a lot of redstone. Time to build another house out of redstone. I should do just a whole video that's just like redstone builds, and it's just builds like top 10 redstone builds, but it's just builds made out of redstone, not actually functioning redstone, just the ore blocks. Just like the most trolly thing. Top 10 redstone builds 2023. Commander Aqua style. Oh man, now I really want to make that. You see this? You see this? I made a cat out of redstone. It does nothing. Sometimes I get really into the redstone stuff. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm learning, I'm finally doing it. And then I forget. Like, setting up the piston with the lever for the iron farm, I was like, yeah, I remembered how repeaters work. And then I didn't. Then I didn't remember, and I had to look up a guide, and I was like, oh, well, you know, there's no shame, because I would say probably 90% of the Minecraft player base has no freaking clue how redstone works. Tell me, do you know how redstone works? Can you inform me? Because I don't know how redstone works, and I really don't know how, like, actual circuits and electronics work, so I don't know, it's all witchcraft to me. But you do always want to be a witch or wizard. You know, you got dreams. I want to be a science wizard one day. I wanna ponder my technological orbs and get real knowledgeable on how redstone works. Seems like it would be a good time. But then also, as long as it doesn't melt my brain while I'm trying to learn it, I can get very, very easily overwhelmed with new information. It took me probably anytime I'm like learning something new, it takes me a couple of weeks to acclimate to it because I need lots of breaks. And I gotta come back to it and like relearn some of the stuff and pick up where I left off. And I need good increments of scaling. If you're learning a new task or a new skill, give yourself little steps. Break it down. You don't have to be an ace at something in a day. You don't ever have to be an ace at something to enjoy it. You know? I don't know why I'm saying ace. I think it's because I was playing cribbage recently. Cards are fun. I was playing cribbage recently. I am not an ace at math. I struggle very hard with math. I struggled with math through all of school. Shockingly enough, the only class I like borderline failed was English. And then I skipped a grade of English in college, so I don't know about that. That's probably procrastination, though. But I struggled really, really hard in math. I was like a solid C/D student in math class all of my life. And I found out later on that it's likely a combination of having some attention issues, as well as being a little dyslexic with numbers. Because I would do the math correctly, but I would mix up the digits of the numbers or get confused. My brain also likes to override itself sometimes. And I got made fun of by my partner. Lovingly so. But I got roasted by my partner many times while playing cribbage, which is a card game. And that's what happened the last time I played cribbage. But it was fun. I still like playing it. And I also got made fun of the last time I played dominoes. Because we have this set of dominoes that is, like, generally if you have a set of dominoes, the numbers or the pips on the domino, that's what those little dots are called, are colors, because it makes them easier to discern and easier to see what's going on. So we were playing a game of, I think it's called Mexican Train, or maybe it's just dominoes, I don't know. It's a thing and it is fun. I am bad at explaining that game. But at the end you have to add up all of the little dots on the dominoes to get your score, and the person with the lowest score is the winner. And I got roasted so hard because I would have all my dominoes out and I would add them up by combining, like by adding the tiles, like the same numbers together first. So I'd add like all the twos together to get the total number of the twos value, and all of the sevens together to get the total number of sevens. So like combine them by their colors, because each number was one color. And I got roasted so hard because it was taking me a long time and it wasn't really correct at first, or they didn't understand how I was doing it. And eventually I just said, "What? You don't know the colors part of PEMDAS? What do you mean you don't put colors in PEMDAS?" So tell me, do you guys remember to calculate the colors in PEMDAS? The silent C? So now I really like that phrase, and I say that every time someone accuses me of being bad at math. It's a good time. All right, how are we looking diamond-wise? 10 gold, 10 diamond. You know, how's the tunnel going? Tunnel can go a little bit more. That's fine. I feel bad having like a super long mining episode, but you know, this is where we're at. We got mining episodes. We're chilling. We're chilling. Big chilling. Every time I say that, I just think about ice cream because of the meme. And I'm like, ah, ice cream's so good. No, that's another meme. No! My brain is just melted into memes. Will I ever escape? Oh, God. I need freedom. Oh. Okay, I'm thinking about turning around and getting ready for a little exploratory mission. Just like going and seeing what we can find, raid another village, just kind of explore the area. It gets a little dangerous, so I'm a little worried about that, but I think we're geared up enough to do it. We should have a good amount of food. So I think we can do it. We may grab some beef from the cows just because that's a little more compact food for the road. And, yeah. Okay, we can loop back around this way or just go down. So that's fine for now. Yeah, we will head up and get set For a little exploring. We're going to spend next episode exploring. I am recording these mostly in short succession. Succession. There we go. And it's just because I'm going to have family over on the weekend, so I'm not going to get a lot of time to record. Because I'm mostly going to be strapped down to my chair and forced to play board games. Because that's how we do it in our households. They yell at you and they're like, hey, come socialize. And I personally don't care for watching movies because I was forced to do it too much as a kid. So I am not good at paying attention to movies, though that's kind of why I like to knit and crochet, because it's something to do with my hands that I can focus on during a show or something. It helps with my attention. And they're like, hey, come play board games. And then suddenly it's like 8 hours later. And I'm like, I've played 7 board games today. I don't know where I am or what's going on. And we've just been chatting the whole time. But usually it's a good time. It just gets very socially exhausting. So I feel like my family's going to come to visit and we're going to play board games. And I am not going to know how to speak anymore afterwards. I get socially drained from like 3 people. So we'll do board game nights or we'll have family over. And there's a point where I literally just like go into my office and close the door. I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. No more. I can't do anymore. I can talk to myself for a while, but if I've had to socialize with other people a lot, sometimes like my brain just won't finish the thought. All right, so we got a silk touch pick. We'll bring 2 of these. Let's put the ore back. And let's pick something to put the raw ore into. Yeah, that's fine. And we will put the wood back. We'll take the wood with us. Take a boat. Sticks. We'll grab half a stack of sticks. We don't need all that. Honestly, we do have a lot of food. Might want to grab another stack. And then we should be good to go on our little adventure. We got some mutton to take. We could take some of the beef and some extra mutton, so we'll smelt that up. Smelt that up real good. Get that going. And we will pick back off the next episode when we are ready to set off on an adventure, a new adventure. My goals are going to be to find a saddle in a village somewhere, get a horse. I would also like to see if we can get to a swamp biome that maybe has slime spawning. Ooh, I should bring some brushes so we can do like trail stuff if we run into a desert. We can do some archaeology. So that's what we're going to get ready for, and then we are going to travel. We're just going to have a travel episode. It might be 2 episodes of travel. We might come back after 2. It might just be 1. I don't want to be away too long because I do want to come back and work on our build projects, but I think it's about time that we branched out into the world and left the mines for a little bit, touched some grass, touched some fresh air, saw the color of the sky. All right, catch you in the next one. Bye.